He was the kind of presence you didn't question, calm, confident, unshaken, the one who always seemed to know exactly what to say and when to say it. To millions, he wasn't just a character, he was a constant. But off screen, his life was far quieter than the fame that surrounded him. No headlines, no chaos, just work, family, and a steady rhythm that never seemed at risk of breaking. Until one morning, without warning, it did. It wasn't dramatic. There was no accident, no visible trauma, just something subtle, something easy to dismiss. A headache, a moment of confusion, a body that didn't respond the way it always had. And then everything changed. He had suffered a stroke. A stroke occurs when blood flow to part of the brain is interrupted, either by a blockage, known as an ischemic stroke, or by bleeding in the brain, a hemorrhagic stroke. Without oxygen, brain cells begin to die within minutes, and the effects depend entirely on where the damage occurs. Speech can be lost, movement can disappear, memory can fracture, and in severe cases, the brain can no longer sustain the body at all. What makes stroke especially dangerous is how quietly it can begin. The warning signs are often subtle: a drooping face, weakness on one side, slurred speech, moments that can be mistaken for fatigue, stress, or nothing at all. But time is everything, because with every passing minute, more of the brain is lost. In his case, the damage was catastrophic. Despite medical intervention, despite every effort, the outcome could not be reversed. For those who knew him, and for those who only felt like they did, the loss was immediate and deeply personal. Because he had never asked for attention, never demanded it, and yet he had it. Not because of scandal or spectacle, but because of something far more rare: authenticity. He built a career on characters people trusted, but in real life, he was even more grounded, more private, more intentional. A father, a colleague, a man who chose substance over spotlight. And in the end, his story left behind something unexpected: awareness. Because stroke does not only happen to the elderly, it does not always come with a warning, and it does not wait. Recognizing the signs can save a life. Think FAST: face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, time to call for help. Simple, memorable, and often the difference between life and death. His passing reminded millions of something we often forget: that even the strongest, the steadiest, the most familiar among us are not immune to the unexpected. But if there's one thing to hold on to, it's this: the roles he played may have introduced him to the world, but the life he lived, quietly, steadily, authentically, is what made people stay. And long after the screen fades, that's what remains. The man who felt like someone you knew, even if you'd never met him. His name was Luke Perry. This is Behind the Diagnosis: Famous Lives Untold. The life you knew until the diagnosis. Tune in this Thursday for a bonus episode. Until then, be well.